lost Omni too.
Really
That would be terror. That would be pretty sad and a lot. You'd have to snowball real hard.
TK then.
Yeah, I think it's almost no doubt in my mind. It's like similar to the Terrorblade in that it's kind of an illusion pushing high ground hero. Really good versus Razor.
If this were old Dota, you could take AM here and feel really comfortable.
Yeah.
But it's not. Don't be the next team that loses with anti-mage VICI.
I was about to say, maybe that's what they're talking about. They're like, but maybe this is the anti-mage. Ooh, Lone Druid. Okay. Not sure about Lone Druid against Razor, but it's okay, right?
Yeah, it'd be like an excellent slot game now for NEWBEE. Fortunately, they don't have that
10
option.
seconds remaining. Medusa, choose your hero.
They got deuced.
They've been deuced.
Oh. So you go Omni Razor with a Medusa. Yep. Final draft analysis, boys. Work that one out.
You can go
They
first.
threw me for a twist on this. I'm not sure if it's the be-all end-all of Tusa games.
Is the Razor Omni combo 2 ready? Or are you convinced that VICI?
But I also, I don't know, Lone Druids have been pretty slow. Like, but the way I look at VICI Gaming's lineup is that they want to be able to ball up and just blow over on NEWBEE. And I'm not sure if Lone Druid really gives you that power. The rest of the team does. So I'm okay with their, like, if it was just their first 4, I would have actually taken VICI Gaming. Not sure about their last pick. I'm going to go with Dusa. Honestly, it's just going to be, it's the difference between the two. I think Dusa is a more successful hero right now.
Okay, NEWBEE for him. And for you?
I think NEWBEE.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. A general agreement between the two analysts doesn't happen very often, so we'll take it when we can. They believe it's time for NEWBEE to go through to the grand final. VICI, of course, have it all to do in this game number 3. Let's head back to the arena with your commentary.
All right, a spot to the grand finals on the line and guaranteeing top 2 here, of course, of the Perfect World Masters. Once again, I'm breaking CBK joined by draft. An interesting finish to that draft there.
I wouldn't call that interesting. Somehow they managed to sneak Medusa in as the last pick. Usually we see Medusa being banned, not the flashiest hero to watch nor play.
But there's good reason why it's picked
up.
up.
The win percentage on Medusa should be pretty high.
Yeah.
Same goes for Tide, Omni Knight as well. I mean, that's a lot of late game with the Medusa, Razor, and Omni Knight. It could go well for VICI if they just get the momentum, get the free farm on Lone Druid, pressure the towers with Deep. It's gonna be on Young 11's shoulders once again on that panda, which he shines on mostly. So he will need to control the Omni Knight in those fights. So the Blink Dagger on him will be crucial. The timing, whether it's gonna be 10 or 15 minute mark, we'll have to see.
Yeah, that's no doubt going to be a big key for VICI Gaming's success there, as pointing out with the Brewmaster. But again, you look at got their very comfortable Omni Knight Razor combination. We heard the panel talking about even going into this series, this being game number 3 now. They managed to get their hands on it. On the other side, though, Paparazzi going to be playing the Lone Druid as the final pick here. I pulled that top though, because Leash coming on the Young 11, so he'll be fine. A leash with the Lone Druid, but going to go for Fender here, and it's actually going to be picked up by the Omni Knight. So 3-for-1 in favor of NEWBEE, but back to the Lone Druid. Is this a good LT game? How do you feel about it this time?
Should be okay. They need that one super late game scaling hero. I wonder what the build is going to be. Probably Radiance, so Medusa and Razor. The miss percentage chance from the Radiance is going to be good this game.
Yeah. So is there any question in your mind that this is going to be a bear build on the Lone Druid?
Yeah, I would suppose so.
He's going to be at the top lane up there, matched up against Omni Knight. As we see, Sand King is rotating over, so could get a little tougher for him. But really, for the first time in the series, it also seems like our middle matchup is just a true 1-versus-1. Death Prophet versus the Medusa. Leaning towards either one. Do you think Death Prophet maybe should have a good time here or what?
Could be okay. Death Prophet hero that can't be really ganked, especially with the Sanking. He needs to be in your face. If she just uses Spirit Siphon, I mean, she's already using that to harass
First blood, that's going to be happening. KP picks it up right there. The stun of the Girl Strike landed was getting over, but obviously couldn't get there in time.
Yeah, that's a nice way to start a fight. The natural Kaka where he is, and what they want to do is just give Paparazzi a kind of free matchup, free lane, so he can get a lot of levels, but kind of backfire.
Attitude does have a massive creep-wave pushing right here, so Paparazzi ideally going to get some experience, but it ends up being now a 2 versus 2 at the top lane. With this aggressive run at you idea, again, Omni-Knight with that Dejanara. Obviously good for that, and you got the Burrow Strike stone on top of it. So 2-minute rune going to be spawning. The bounty runes, seems like they might be contesting, them being Sand King and the Slaughter. Who's going to pick it up? They're really clashing. 10 more seconds, there's the crush, and it'll be picked up by Slaughter, actually. In front of him. So actually Kaka does need to be a little bit careful. He does have a Burrow Strike, so he's kind of manning up here. He's going to go in for the Burrow Strike and then run away. That'll be the end of it. Both fours, not afraid to be fighting one another.
Both have stuns, so Permeshka uses it first. Gets the rune.
Yeah. Sometimes the bottom lane, haven't really touched on that just yet, but of course the Razor is down there in favor of NEWBEE, matched up against the offlane. So Razor 72 and links up on 11. 11 once again, Faith. He's going to assist with a couple bot attacks, but not really looking for the kill, just more so looking for more damage.
They know Brewmaster's lane dagger time is crucial, so that's why they want to help Brewmaster early on. Blast is ready.
Yeah, you saw those missiles coming out from NEWBEE. They were going to turn him the requirement up, but he's the one that could get some trouble actually. Doesn't have the link up for another 7 seconds. His purge activates right there, and he will be able to run away. Also going to be run down. The Splinter Blast doing some damage, but not enough, so nice response though from VICI Gaming on him.
We're having some mic issues. Interesting build on Omni-Knight on top lane. Bottle being picked up by Omni.
Yeah, that's not often we see that, but with the bounty runes.
Maybe we'll see KP played Omni-Knight a couple of times.
Also going to be run down. The Splinter Blast doing some damage, but
with the GPM talent going for Radiance.
Nice response though from VICI Gaming.
So maybe he knows he needs to change. We're having some mic issues a little bit. That interesting build on Omni-Knight
still good in the phase
on top lane.
boots.
Bottle being picked up by Omni.
Of course, allowing him to run after you a lot more effectively with that Dejanara. Not often we see that, but with the bounty rune, we have bottom lane Brewmaster.
Played
again. Right there, but they're looking to turn out. So I'm using that drunken
on the NEWBEE side, at one point, he knows he needs to change some mic issues. The Drunken Haze. Interesting build on Drunken Omni-Knight.
Still good in the phase boots.
Radiance building picked up by Omni.
Of course, switch it up. Run after you a lot more effectively with that Dejanara. Often we see that, but with the bounty rune, we have bottom lane Brewmaster.
Played
Again, right here. No advantage by any means, other than you just going to rest the rest of today. Obviously, look forward to seeing who you then play when it comes tomorrow. So our next matchup will be though Complexity versus LFY in losers bracket down there. The loser of this then playing the winner of that to finish off our day here. What's been quite the event actually. This is what, day 4 technically here of the main event portion. Then we had the group stages before, so really about a week-long event.
Yeah, it's gonna be a 7-day event in total. In my opinion, this is the best format that we could ask for.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of teams, and there's fun.
Would agree with that for sure. S-Triple-C, middle lane again, taking the harassment, another Spirit Siphon. Well, he's going to sit on top of it, but there's the Mana Shield. Taken off. Oh, top lane, Paparazzi, trying to run away yet again. Lanham comes in for the crush. Now KP has to be careful not to take some tower damage. The bear assisting a bit as well, but KP, the Dejanara, slowing down the bear. Paparazzi can't get a range of him, however. Really good, but that's what Omni-Knight offlane does. He just runs at it. That's hard to do.
Yeah, that's like he's one of the top things right now. He might actually go down with that Slaughter. Okay. DP coming out from Winter Wyvern. I don't think they have enough to actually get a kill there.
Yeah, using the Arctic Burn, which is a little bit longer of a cooldown as well, but did not get close enough. So they fall back. And speaking of falling back, Lone Druid going all the way back to base, at least on himself. He picks up a bounty rune with the bear, so still being useful by being back in base.
Panda's getting some good levels on the bottom, almost level 4. Once he hits that level 6, if he can't do anything on the lane, kill the Razor, which he probably can't. Maybe if he decides to focus on support, he should just try to focus on other lanes, get some kills.
It seems like VICI Gaming definitely has a lineup for that where, you know, you hit level 6, you want to try to make something happen. Not only the Primal Split, but Exorcism, of course, on Death Prophet. So we'll see kind of how the tempo of this game looks for VICI Gaming in these next couple of minutes, really. If you're Death Prophet, though, do you think, I mean, you just want to try to cast Exorcism and push middle tower right away, safe to say?
Yeah, if you're playing against the Medusa, who's pretty static, doesn't want to leave the lane at all. And it's really good against the D2s and 5 mana.
Bottom, level 11. Gonna barely stay alive, but he gets glimpsed back in the direction. Almost had a chance to escape, it felt like, but it wasn't enough. Take that away.
Mistake there by Blue. He didn't skill the Bronze Brawler until he was dead.
Okay.
So if he skilled it, well, maybe he was saving it for the plays. So the first hit actually misses. He could have gone for that play and then had a blast as well.
And the Eni is going to be back up now and coming back into the lane, of course, but still a kill successful for NEWBEE. Harassment at the top lane. Lone Druid, despite being ran at quite a bit, he is 23-6. I mean, he is doing very well when it comes to last hitting here. Paparazzi, I guess we shouldn't be too surprised.
It's 2 units against 1.
Technically, yes. That helps, and obviously you throw Slaughter in there as well, who's pretty much been up here since the beginning of the game. Although that 6-minute bounty rune is going to be taken away by Omni Knight.
Well, that's a cool build with Omni. You can contest those bounty runes, and now they're even closer to each other. So you get 2 pretty much. You don't get the second one though, but still.
It's very interesting that he went to bottle though. Again, the idea of controlling runes is nice, but no Soul Ring, at least just yet. Soul Ring should feel so good on this hero.
Yeah, it does because of that extra 6 strength, and it gives you damage as well. Feels like a natural build of Omni Knight. He might go for that build as well with bottle. So I guess he wants to be more active early on with that bottle, just pressure the Lone Druid.
Ooh, Landham trying to guess with the crush right there. The form was used by Sand King, but ends up missing. They are really killing the spare, aren't they? But it's a tough target to kill, and Paparazzi will actually just summon a new one. Bring it back to full life.
In the laning stage, it feels so worthless to actually try to kill a bear. The first rotation coming out from Ori, she knows she can't pressure that mid lane I was talking about against Medusa. I wonder if they're gonna just go and try to take the tower. Omni Knight has no mana whatsoever. It might be the tier 1 tower.
Well, it's interesting that you were just suggesting that as they were attempting to kill the bear. They're going to kill Soul right here, but this is going to cost that for Sand King at least. So you have Omni Knight and Medusa not TPing in, realizing that they have to defend, so the Exorcism pull back from Death Prophet off to the side, though they will eventually catch Slaughter. That is 4 heroes only.
Yeah, all those rotations forced from VICI Gaming to NEWBEE needs to move. On a mid lane, 5% levels, and on the bottom lane, Panda knows he can play aggressive because we just saw Disruptor and the rest TPing top, so he's gonna hit level 6 pretty soon.
But going back to what we saw at the top lane there before that tower happened, we're going to get the Savage Horde of Sand King trying to run him down. But yeah, they spent a lot of time trying to kill that bear. Is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, that's, as I mentioned, not really effective, especially when you know he has another one.
Yeah.
Trying to straight hits with a bear is so useless.
Feels pretty bad, man. So, yeah, and Paparazzi again spawns the new one, so it won't have it for a little bit longer, but again, as long as he keeps this one alive, it'll be good. But so I guess that's where we can argue. Now that they know he doesn't have a cooldown, granted it's only 20 seconds, so even if they manage to just dive this bear and kill it, it's like, oh, hopefully you summon a new one. So, yeah, you want to be careful over committing.
Oh, Slaughter with a smoke on a bottom lane. They need to be careful though. Static link, 150 damage stolen.
That's a lot of damage. Yeah, so it's a little longer, but you know something. Zuff pops the Eye of the Storm even, and Unstable Current actually slowing down Slaughter as he's just about to hit that stun, so no follow-up to be had. Top lane, we're definitely seeing a dive right here. Paparazzi, Lone Druid, going to be heavily done on. Getting field locking him into place, but now Ori's here, but he gets flipped back towards where he came from. I believe that was in the middle lane. And Paparazzi forced to fight it for himself right here. He's linking up the bear. He's going to kill that game. They kill the bear on top of that. The Lone Druid's still alive. He has another summon. But he needs to be careful because he summons and then dies. That could be bad.
That is being picked out.
I know he's in the area. He's still running. You can see the camera following Paparazzi. He's going to pick up a TP, actually. A Lone Druid will make the escape in the end. So, great escape in his part. And again, gives representation as far as not summoning another bear right away. So he'll regen and be fine.
A lot of time wasted from NEWBEE's side.
That and... yeah, it's almost like the glyphs back on Ori right there. I don't want to say it helped VICI Gaming, but the fact that they didn't even kill the Lone Druid, and he was just able to go back and just continue farming.
Well, that's why Thunder is a good hero. You can dive aggressively. If they're not there with support speed being in, you can just glimpse one back and outnumber them.
Yules will ideally help against that, though. As Death Prophet, of course, going for it. Pretty natural build on the hero. What about something like, you know, we saw in previous games of Storm Spirit, the first game it was, Kaya's a popular item on specific, as Storm Spirit comes to mind. Death Prophet, one of these intelligence cores, is that ever an item you can see, though, on the hero?
Just for the spam, there's always a better choice. I mean, you can almost buy the full Yule Scepter and combine with ulti. They just go on you. You Yule Scepter yourself, get in the air, buy some extra time, and they're focused. So it's always going to be a better choice.
Bottom lane, Winter Wyvern trying to run, trying to avoid right here. All Young 11's going to help with that tank. He ends up going down. So nice line there. There's a response, and there's the primal split actually going to chase after SCCC, who decided to come in on the Medusa. I mean, I noticed that. You see the sword tooling actually going after Omni Knight. Not going to go in the air. The static storm coming out from Disruptor, trying to help again. SCCC to stay alive. And maybe the next minute once again. Roydell. Finish out the job. Now let's get to back. Finish out. Movie's in a lot of trouble all of a sudden. He's in a horrible spot. Savage was playing the Omni Knight, who's going to heal. KP, he has to heal. That's all he has, though. Not much man hard to work with. He had a Guardian Angel. He can never find the time to use it, though. So it's 3 for 1 in favor of VICI Gaming. Great control there, Mark. Just fighting in those trees. Really worked to their advantage.
Yeah, this is the first Panda split plus DP ulti. They have an army which you can't really focus. You have this super tanky bear in front line 2.5k HP, ghosts and Panda split. So it's gonna be really hard for NEWBEE to fight into that. Also, Death Prophet got almost 2,000 gold from that fight, maybe a little bit less, 2,000 in total, 1k from that fight, 2 kills. Also, Lone Druid has Midas up, Panda's getting close to his Blink Dagger, just 100 gold away. So with the next split, they can just pressure the mid tower as well, and even the top one, which is pretty low health HP.
The fact that VICI Gaming won such an important fight before they've gotten these key items is, I think, that's the biggest point to make there. So, yeah, the Yules is now going to be finished on Death Prophet. As another fight breaks out, I'm sure it just needs that Void Stone left before that's going to be finished. Omni Knight rotating back towards the top lane. Again, he wasn't able to use that Guardian Angel last fight, which is no doubt going to be a great tool in general to get off, but I really think it's good because of the trees. Where they were fighting, it constantly caused issue as far as a hero like Omni Knight trying to help his teammates right there get in position. So, again, great take from VICI. Runs is the first choice of Razor. Has full 6 charges to go on it. As Landham's going to be glimpsed back, but what do you think of the drums idea?
That's the early item. Want to tank up a little bit, have the extra movement speed to work with the static link and the unstable current, and we're going to need to focus on those early items because VICI will have to fight. I mean, they want to fight. Blink Dagger is ready, Primal Split ready as well, DP ulti 15 seconds. They can pressure either tier 1 on mid, or maybe just try to force a fight in tier 2 tower on bottom. Medusa still doesn't have ulti up. She just got a level, yeah. Mask of Madness, which will increase her farming.
NEWBEE wants to keep the Radiance in check right here. They're smoked up in the top jungle. Paparazzi, he saw the Sand King though. Those are in the area. Has support coming in, and NEWBEE has to fall back. Yeah, they got spotted, simply put. There's a ward up there as well, I see. Slaughter. the front lines. No blinks just yet. So now that's on initiation. They're going to clip Static Storm, and they're going to pull the land in. That giant pop. Barely keep alive. It's going to keep alive to the end. And now it's got the turn in favor of the dire side. Out goes the Guardian Angel. Gets the split up from the Brewmaster. The exit from the side to Hori. Puts the Siphon onto Disrupt and throws for the air as well with the Storm Roller. They do the slaughter. Omni-Knight goes down. With the farm boogie in the run. Not going to be enough. So Cryptstorm finishes them off. And then run down the trail for Hori. Meanwhile, the Tangle hits Kaka. He gets the first strike up. No tears, however, just delaying time before death here. A double kill for Paparazzi. How the hell did Slaughter survive for so long? It's the craziest thing.
They blocked the shrine. Huge mistake there by NEWBEE. They had a vision on top of the shrine, but they came from the other side, which helped them a lot. And I mean, even if they killed Slaughter, it doesn't deal that much of a damage anyway in fights.
And it's fighting at the shrine, that's the biggest key. And then on top of that, not having Medusa. That was the only hero that was not there in that fight between either side.
Yeah, even with Medusa being there, I don't think they could actually take the fight. The VICI Gaming now with Exorcism level 2 and Panda Split, I don't think they can take the fight.
Yeah.
You can just disrupt one, and it's pretty impossible to fight into Exorcism.
And
that was the fight where VICI had so Exorcism going to be up once again in 60 seconds.
They do finish off Slaughter right there, so this time it works out, but obviously a much safer kill as they happen to find him roaming through their jungle. I was going to say that we also saw at the end of the replay, and the point I meant to make earlier is that Death Prophet, pretty good against Razor in the sense that she doesn't care about getting linked up. She's not looking at auto-attacking necessarily. Obviously, you still get the damage stolen if you're Razor, but she's relying on that Exorcism and Cryptstorm.
HP, that's more important.
That's a very good point. So she'll put the Siphon right back on top of you. She's going to win that battle, it feels like every time almost. So Saboteur gets out of the Sandstorm. Can he actually escape from this? There's a silence as well from Death Prophet, but it's not going to be enough for the chase. That's something else that you always have to keep in mind with the Death Prophet is the silence now. And I believe it gets up to 6 seconds, if I'm not mistaken. It's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, on level 4, it is 6 seconds. They just need to buy a little bit more time for long food to get the stack relics. He has enough gold to buy it after the tower. So we're looking at 18-19 minutes radiance with a minus, which is yeah, that's the time you want to buy. What up? Well, I think they got him there.
Get some bounty there, the 300 plus gold.
The rogue one, though.
Summons a new one. Good to go once again. So you mentioned that Sacred Relic, going to be online now. And it's just a matter of having enough for the pattern after the fact. Soul Ring is eventually purchased by Omni-Knight, so he does go back to that. We mentioned that earlier. He has the... Oh, he didn't drums himself, actually. We didn't really talk about that. We mentioned Razor picking up the drums earlier.
Well, it's a pretty popular build on Omni-Knight. Yeah, just to get that extra move speed so you can chase, run away, things.
They want to kill that hero, but actually and Primal split up after the fact, so... Yeah, he thunderclapped really. I don't know if his blink got initially disabled or something. Or if he just simply missed blink, but... Kaka, Sandstorm. He's going to be able to follow this up for a second. Ready, studs it down, and Brewmaster runs and comes back together. Perfect timing. Winter's Curse saving it for the time. Even though the backlash producer beating his own teammate. Omni-Knight will manage to survive another clip back. And just next down. Yago 11 is too quick. Finally, they're going to finish the job. The Glyphs after Glyphs trying so hard to actually kill him right there. But ultimately they do. It just took forever, man.
They didn't lose too much there. Slaughter was farming on bot lane and close to that Blink Dagger, and once Radiance kicks in with the next Panda ulti, they'll just try to force fights because they feel like there's so much more to go. They're advantage inside of NEWBEE. Medusa building it into Lincoln Sphere. Good choice.
Okay.
Because Panda can't dual scepter you. It's Lincoln and dual scepter. He'll need to probably choose the Omni-Knight, which is a natural choice.
True.
Yeah, but it also works good against the Winter's Curse and the Corrosive Curse. So his timing on the Blink Daggers for position 4 is pretty much the same. Sanking has one.
There you go.
And
He's coming out. is he's going to scan himself. They don't actually see anything with it initially, and that means Roshan is easily killed, or he picks up the Aegis here. A lot of death drops. Nice kill. There's the Radiance. They go up here now for VICI Gaming. So this seems like a pretty good timing. Wait for another Exorcism perhaps, and then try to make more with this now.
Yeah, they have late game as well. I mean, they have a Lone Druid, DP, Winter Wyvern. Panda also went for a Midas build, which will secure him the late game with the level 2 Primal Split.
Yeah.
Cooldown goes down for 20 seconds.
Brewmaster. And having fun with them here at the top. He's actually going to go in with the Thundercloud. Maybe Kasana's coming in as well with the Epicenter. Topic split up right as he went in though with the Epicenter. And now they're going to lock up Zank. He's burning down, and Kako, he'll be the victim when it's all said and done. So I guess that's better than Razor, but
yeah, they know Epi is down, so they can't defend the tier 2 tower on the bottom. They can just easily pressure it. No Exorcism though.
sure.
On cost though.
How much longer for that? About a minute.
Okay, they don't.
And for the Exorcism.
Okay, he wants to save it up for later, if possible.
Yeah.
I mean, it's two Chinese teams facing each other. They're not gonna risk anything too much. Okay, so Fender is just camping the rune until these ulti comes so they can use it.
I'm gonna time this out right here, yeah. Ready long enough, doing the math.
Know how to handle such power.
Be able to activate the Exorcism when it's just about to wear off. We got Hannah Midas picked up by the Omni Knight. So mentioning that earlier, no, as you say that, that's gonna backfire completely.
I think the better choice for Omni Knight didn't go for Midas.
Did he not?
No, that was it. I was about to mention the Force Staff or Solar Crest against all the physical damage from Slaughter, DP, Lone Druid. So Exorcism is up.
Just on the courier right there, so yeah. Anyways, Razor. There you go. Axe is finished for Razor now. If that delivers, so drums and Axe. I mean, this is a very objective build here. As far as grouping up as a team, pushing towers. The Storm that much more powerful now, but this is not a Razor that's going to be the most threatening when it comes to his right click, you know, being that carry. But obviously you have to do
Usually you build
that.
up Aghanim when you're lacking siege for your own team. Maybe a BKB would have been a better choice because from the Radiance. Also, Panda can't use Yule on you. The mischance from Drunken Haze as well. Or maybe what he wants to play is a split push game. Just try to be on another side, dodge the fights until Medusa gets some items.
They're gonna smoke right here, and they're grouped up in the area. There's that Hannah Midas on Omni Knight. Plan as Blink. Oh, they're gonna get the jump right here. They also get the but the Royal Strike will finish the job. So great response from NEWBEE this time, and now it's VICI Gaming's turn to run. As they will.
Yeah, a bit too deep from the VICI Gaming side. They're giving away a lot of gold. Also nice reaction there from Disruptor. Panda needs to reconsider what he needs to do. Better just blink and Primal Split, because if Disruptor gets a good reaction like this time, he's gonna be in a lot of trouble. Or just build towards BKB. He can't Lads queued up, but Spirit Bear already has one.
Ooh, that's a good point, yeah. Don't know if that's something you want to be necessarily be doing.
Nope.
The drum's not as big of a deal. We're talking about the earlier, but Vlad's is definitely not an RA you want to be stacking here. So yeah, BKB seems like it naturally could be a good item choice for him. His own Hannah Midas currently off cooldown. Lone Druid pushing out bottom lane. Meanwhile, Dragonlance just finished on Medusa. Wasn't the stat, so that's going to be delivered. The Hurricane Pike's going to be completed as a result. Bottom lane, they are smoking in though. That Hurricane Pike could come into play pretty quickly if he goes back to the bottom.
Once Medusa gets to level 20, she's going to be pretty unkillable with the extra 800 mana plus Omni Knight sitting behind her, plus 4 staff of her own. Pretty hard to take that. I mean, they don't have any heroes inside of VICI anyways. Aegis just ran out.
Yeah, you're not building defusal really underneath these heroes. I mean, Lone Druid would be the only candidate maybe. Doesn't feel like you're doing that, so.
And the way is to build with Medusa if you don't have any mana burn, is to go with the minus armor, which they have from Slaughter. AC is going to come up with the Lone Druid at one point.
Using the minus armor, trying to take out Moogie at the top lane. Sand King is coming over as well, so VICI Gaming got to be careful about overcommitting to a chase here. And it seems like they will be careful about it. He's just so damn fast. Hard to keep up, especially with the drone stop. So good escape from Moogie. And it seems like, yeah, this Axe is doing some work. I mean, he was pushing our bottom tower early. He didn't actually kill it in the end, but that split push idea.
Yeah, they just need to buy more time for Medusa to come online. She built all those early game items, even finished the Pike, which is not common today. And it's good, especially if you have play against heroes like a Clockwork. I mean, she can save the allies as well. But she wants to be ready to fight. They just go all in. Yeah. On VICI side and win a team fight, they can easily just finish the game from there. With the Lone Druid, the auras they have, the amount of damage coming from exorcism to the buildings.
Protect the Medusa.
Yeah, BKB is ready on DP, 10-second BKB, some extra armor from plate mail. Getting really close to level 17. She is. The extra ghost, plus 8 ghosts. That means a lot. Yeah. So she gets level 18.
And then you got the Shivas, yeah, on top of that, so extra tanky. Rotating into the jungle once again, it's VICI Gaming getting that smoke. Tanking. We'll be pushed out middle, we'll maybe wrap around back to him. And that should be kill the force out. They're not going to save him. Double damage spawned right there. Lone Druid perhaps, so I guess not even on him wouldn't necessarily be the best, so. The Brewmaster. Yeah, they don't really have the greatest double damage here, do they? That of VICI Gaming.
Yeah. I don't know if they can take that. 2 towers, so hard to push against the Medusa. There she is, level 20, 800 mana, given a 2k mana pool. What up?
Pretty damn tanky, plus 800.
Yeah, but VICI does not want to commit too hard for this push because Roche may respond pretty soon, so they need to fight here. They can lose Roche.
Forced half away, Thunderclap missed, but maybe it did hit. But anyways, he splits up the final split and I'm going to try to push the tower. You see the Storm Brewing doesn't it, lifting up Medusa. Long lift, and an easy tower kill. All that. So being safe with it. Put the wire to the Witch Split in the back line. Actually does end up catching one on Omni Knight, but not enough beat down and finish him off.
They can't make it quite.
And it wants to take it. Gets the combo. Zach draws out. Does get through Master. He's running across the line. Coming back. He's got the BKB after the morning. Actually, he's standing his ground pretty well. Guardian Angel also helping. And now Izzy Ori is coming up in the air. So that's inevitable for him. The bear, meanwhile, is going to be killed off. Paparazzi's TPing out, and he does not have another bear, by the way. As that is going to be on cooldown now.
I have no idea what they were doing. They were on the high ground, had the vision, Panda ulti already used, Winter Wyvern ulti used, and Roche may respawn, so Ruby is going to take the role. That's what I was mentioning before the team fight, that they should not try to engage there and take the big fight.
That really seems like an odd choice, but honestly, that was on Akib. We don't know for sure what their communication is.
Yeah, and it was what the Brewmaster committed with the ulti. So it's going to be Medusa, I suppose.
Good guess. No, that's the other way. Aegis on Medusa.
A gift from the Tempest of
I think the better choice would be to go the other way around.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're she's really not being contested. Medusa is not the one who's being focused.
Definitely with you there, but either way, it's still both obviously very good that they do have it. As we approach about 29 minutes, so VICI Gaming overextending a little bit, and now they're down 3,000 net worth. So NEWBEE, they're the ones that are trying to take control. You do see that quite the uphill right there as far as the net worth graph goes. Our biggest lead.
Yeah, net worth for NEWBEE, but it doesn't feel like VICI can take the fight anymore. Yeah. Once the Guardian Angel is up, the VP ulti doesn't deal physical damage, so there's so much to focus on the side of VICI. They need to somehow control the Omni Knight, which they don't have too much besides the Panda split, and they need to not focus Medusa. Like they need to deal with the Panda as well.
And it just doesn't seem like the Bear's the scariest this game either. From Lone Druid, I mean, the Link obviously great against him. Medusa doesn't really seem to care too much either. So, yeah, as this game progresses on, or now about 30 minutes in, you kind of see that point hitting of where NEWBEE is becoming a scarier threat now.
Yeah, it feels like the Bear against Medusa, it's just another unit for the split shot.
Yeah. Not the most overall concern. Stock up there at the top lane on Sand King, who gets away. Shiva's is finished on Death Prophet. So a nice item to have, but it's not really an offensive item necessarily, although AC is to an extent. So they also have now.
So Panda with a BKB, he can actually blink clap if he can't find the disruptor. Maybe try to force Omni Knight to cast spells on him. Ooh,
Bear. No. Like, get out of there. But as you're mentioning Brewmaster, needing him to have the great initiation, really. That's what it comes down to. With that BKB especially should help. Fuels on Sand King coming along, though. AC for Razor is almost there, too. 2,800 gold saved up. Gonna respond with one of their own now. Here. So NEWBEE, now a 5,000 net worth. It's a slow and steady climb for them. They still haven't even got the pot tier 1 finally do right there, but just even more gold to swing in their favor. So, I mean, they're going to try to push out the top lane, but remember, as far as like taking a fight too, NEWBEE still has the Aegis and the cheese. In fact, Medusa, I should say, is going to port back to the base and push out.
If VICI, well, VICI does not want to take the fight right now because the cheese and Aegis, so they just try to split push a little bit. They have a good ways to deal with it. With the Lone Druid, who's going to go for Aghanim Scepter. VP ulti as well, Panda can also split push a lot.
Going in epicenter, not going to be dealing enough damage though.
What is that?
Bold attempt from Panda. That was the crush hit. That was, hey guys, look at me. Huh? I'm a Pubble Star. Nah, I don't know what the deal with that was. It's like, I was looking on the mini-map, wait, is there somebody else there? No, it's just Sand King, okay. He was trying to make some big plays, but that backfired big time.
Error 404. Reason not found.
You mentioned Lone Druid going the axe himself. That's a very interesting idea. Of course, if he dies, the bear still is useful.
Yeah, but it removes the range from
that
which bear can attack. So it can just split push with hero being in the base.
So that's more of the idea.
Yeah, just split push, avoid the fights. Skadi finished on Medusa, getting close to that level 25. Split shot uses modifiers. That's gonna help a lot against the Brewmaster split. Let me just check. Brewmaster has Nullifier queued up.
Ooh.
So this is one of the items that I like the most, besides the Spirit Vessel.
Yeah.
So you can't pop a BKB, you can't pike yourself, pretty much you're just gonna stand in place, especially is good against the BKB carriers.
That's what I think. It's not even necessarily the purge itself or getting buffs or whatever, which is obviously still good, but it's the silencing of the item that really is what makes it a good item to pick up eventually. So as you're suggesting right there, yeah, not one we get to see too often. It has a very clunky build up, again being the Sacred Relic involved, but it'll be some decent damage for the Brewmaster, who can start hitting pretty hard with that Drunken Brawler
okay,
passive.
he just says, I don't want to go that, I'm going for Heaven's Halberd.
He gave us points to discuss at least. But.
Yeah. Well, Heaven's Halberd, also one of the items he can pop the Lincolns on Medusa with.
True.
There's not too many spells they can pop the Lincolns on her though.
Yeah. So a little bit of help there, and also worst case if it ends up disarming Medusa, not too bad either.
Also, one of the strongest things in Dota right now is when Panda hits level 25. If he goes on level 24, that extra HP for Panda units and minus 65 split
Casting
cooldown.
that game with me?
Nah,
okay.
Ice was playing it, right?
Yeah.
It was 5 seconds downtime.
It was in the group stages there, yeah. It was insane. They literally, the other team that they were playing, I forget what it was at the time, but they could not even do anything. He would just send in the 2 ruling, keep going back, and they leave. So
I don't think that's gonna be so good here because of the Medusa and her being able to cut it down, those units, slow down. I mean, let's shot, she deals a lot of damage to those.
Yeah. Could have a fight here. Been a while, it feels like. Only 12 game, 35 minutes in, so very passive game. Again, this being game 3, a chance to go to the finals on the line here with the Perfect World Masters. Or he will push out the middle instead and more farm to come. But you gotta think, I mean, I understand why both sides want to keep farming, but it seems like it's just going to keep favoring more and more NEWBEE. Especially with that Medusa. Razor's definitely starting to take advantage of the farm now.
Yeah, but think about it this way. They get 6 slotted first, they can't build any items more, and you have Lone Druid who can build 12.
It's very true. The very, very late game is there. Obviously a third Roshan is of course on the menu too. Refresher Shard.
Oh, the Refresher Shard on that Prophet.
Yeah.
Even the double Winter Wyvern ulti sounds good, but
double Guardian Angel. I mean, both sides have very good abilities for it.
Double Sandstorm. Wow.
Some may say that's one of the best ever. Yeah.
The Roche may respawn in 30 seconds, so the bottom lane is getting pushed a lot from that Lone Druid. He does not want to risk it. Medusa will have to invest pretty soon in BOTs to deal with that split push.
She is level 25.
And she just bought it.
See right there, the attack modifier split. Being level 25, probably discarded. No, maybe not. Going in, F7 is something to play. Teammates got far from land with a quick reaction. However, it might be over 9. Looks pretty, but still looking the end of him. Just another start. Mookie trying for the kill.
And meanwhile, Spirit Bear just sitting on the bottom. Medusa, they just saw Medusa using BOTs to keep it off. So Lone Druid can maybe take some damage on that tower.
Forced reaction being given a good He's being beat down, bro. They're going back to the fire, and they do take out the Voodoo Master, actually. And so did the Winter Wyvern, that damage.
Yeah, but bottom lane, they just use the glyph, and that's it.
Tier 3 tower being beat down. Omniac finally comes in, so does Cock on the same case. Rory, you can do somehow good. Stopper, don't lose that. Oh, yes, they do. This goes back, actually, they have their range. The good range is absolutely absurd. They're going to finish off Warriors the result. And he is dead also with no buyback. So sure, Loser is just putting the pressure on that tier 3 tower, but he loses 4 teammates in the process. Don't think that's what you're looking for.
Seems like another miscommunication by VICI. They were trying to split push on the ball, and the rest decided to take the fight. They pretty much rip off VICI from DP. They couldn't take the fight there. I mean, and the slot was dead.
It was pretty much, but at the same time, she had to because it was the glimpse, so it was like, but they were sticking around close enough for the glimpse to even hit. Yeah, it was a very clunky fight for VICI, but obviously great job by NEWBEE capitalizing on it. The lead continues to grow. They're going to get top tier 3 after already clearing up the building.
I mean, she doesn't even have a buyback. She sets back,
30 seconds.
and the Rosa respawn has professional Omni-Knight, 4,000 gold. You just buy if you want, you can buy Aghanim Scepter, use it twice, and they just wipe the Raxus. Yeah. That's pretty much it.
That's very true, actually. Defend that way if need be. So Roshan beat up. They've got the 2 set of racks, though. Total control for NEWBEE. They're going to spot Roshan. Going to spot that Refresher Shard sitting on him. And yeah, he looks the lead again. Just continues to grow. Yet again, the biggest lead they've had so far. Look what's being built on Medusa, by the way.
Yeah, she just finished Mjolnir, and if she sells Mask of Madness, she has enough gold to buy a full rapier. I mean, she's not contested in fights. They're not getting damage.
So why not? I mean, MKB, you were talking about earlier, could potentially be just maybe the safer route, but well, hey, let's have some fun here. I don't mind it. Press triple C. Yeah, you know, he's not worried about dying, especially with the Omni Knight support and the way this game's looking at this point.
I'm all down for a rapier.
Of course. And that will be a roast on the tap now. So if you're VICI, I know this is not a good fight, but I almost want to. Do you have to fight the bench?
Yeah, it's the fight they need to take.
They're not even trying.
Yeah, it's being pinged out. I'm not sure they have enough time to actually get there.
You look at Sand King, he's gonna be a distraction if anything. Nearby, he blinks away. And a field even put down to send them out. Yeah, Bluntly pushing up the top lane, of course, during this. Here we go. Okay, maybe he could. He actually gets off the last second already. Exorcism very defensively. BKB sitting back there. He's being run down by Bogey with his own BKB master. Well, one losing left to beat the Earth Squad. You see the blocking down Bogey a little bit longer. Will allow them to away initially, but comes back. Brings him right back in. Spirit Cycle taken out. But that should eventually be a kill. Or it comes back down from the Eels. They took out a start, but they lose two, though they still have the Aegis on Medusa, of course. And guess what's being delivered?
Yeah, they lost the top Raxes though. Lone Druid was there and managed to take down half of the tower HP, but what's gonna happen next? I mean, they can't take this fight anymore. Medusa, Rapier, and Aegis. Do they have a cheese?
Was it used last fight? I'm not sure.
Yeah, they used 2 cheeses.
It was the shard? Do we know? Not sure that's a shard. Maybe it wasn't even used during the fight, but yeah, Heart on Razor right there as they're pushing in. Obviously a last stand of swords for VICI Gaming, but NEWBEE looking too strong, honestly. 2 or 4 ones down. The second one's still alive, and that's Triple C, just wrecking everything that comes in range of the split shot, including the Lone Druid Bear. The first one's dead, he spawns a new one. Does Lone Druid himself, Young 11, but he's just having to run away now. You see well played coming up from KB, he knows this is the beginning of the end indeed. Young 11 popping in, TVs are being called, it's official, NEWBEE going to the finals here, the Purple Masters. VICI Gaming will drop down.